Can India stop concentrating on advanced fighter jets and focus on stealth missiles and drones to catch up and even dominate the domain? I think India should do multiple things in parallel. We have the resources and the money to work on multiple things at the same time. You don't have to just focus on one thing and stop focusing on everything else. It doesn't matter. So my point is, I understand what you're saying here and why you're saying this. Okay, first of all, yeah, fighter planes are kind of older technology. Today, if you have drones, then you can overwhelm the battlefield without the use of a fighter plane, right? Yes. And if you have long range missiles that are very hard to detect and very hard to take down, then once again, you don't need fighter planes. Yes, true, very true. So we need to focus on these technologies. Definitely, we do. Yeah. Now, when it comes to missiles, we have some of the best missile systems, offensive and defensive, in the world. Um, yeah, we need better. We need to keep working on better missile systems. So let's say we have the BrahMos, which is a supersonic missile. 10 years ago, it was the best missile in the world. Today, not quite so. It's no longer the fastest missile or the deadliest missile in the world. It's still a very deadly missile, sure. But we need to have a hypersonic and a super hypersonic BrahMos. If you look at the Russian missiles like the Kinjal, the Tsirkon, etc., I think the Tsirkon is Mach 9 or Mach 10. That's ridiculously fast. BrahMos is Mach 2. Come on, it's time to move on. So we need to keep on improving our missile systems, improving and increasing the deadliness, the lethality. Definitely, we need to concentrate on that. We need to definitely focus a lot on drones. Drones with drones you can overwhelm the battlefield without sending a single soldier, without needing uh, fighter planes or whatever. The thing about drones, please understand, drones don't have long legs thus far. I cannot send a swarm of 2,000 drones 2,000 kilometers away. I can send a swarm of 2,000 drones 100 kilometers away, maybe. But drones don't have those long legs to go 2,000, 3,000 kilometers away. I can't deploy them that far. To deploy them that far, I need to first go closer to the battlefield. Maybe I can take a ship or something there and then deploy the drones from there. So drones are very good technology, very useful, can be very deadly. But right now, it has limitations, certain limitations. I'm sure the limitations will also be overcome eventually. But let's say you want to send an army of drones, a swarm of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 drones, 2,000 kilometers away. You're gonna have to go over other people's territory, perhaps. And these drones aren't supersonic drones, and they could be intercepted as also. So there are issues. Understand that. So drones can't solve every problem. Some problems they can be solved with missiles. Some problems can be solved with drones. Some problems can be solved with fighter planes, and so on and so forth. Some problems need strategic bombers, and so on. So my point is, we need to have every single kind of technology. So we should not stop concentrating on advanced fighter jets. Absolutely not. We should develop better and better fighter planes. We should at the same time develop better and better missiles. And we should at the same time develop better and better drones. We should also at the same time develop better submarines, develop better underwater drones, develop better destroyers, and so on. Everything needs to be worked on simultaneously. You can't stop concentrating on one thing. One thing, I would say, don't even stop concentrating on aircraft carriers. We have, I don't know, two at least right now. So keep those two, so that the Navy knows how to operate aircraft carriers. And maybe 20-30 years, in 20-30 years time, we may be in a position with that we now need aircraft carriers. Right now, we should not build more, but maybe in 30 years, when we are a much larger power, more powerful nation, we may need a few. So at that time, if we already have the ongoing capability of using an aircraft carrier, then we can develop more. And we want to start training soldiers and sailors from scratch again. So you should not stop concentrating on anything. You can't just give up on a technology. Even if the technology is old, it still has some use. Understand that.